Hello, hello. My name is Cassie, and I just want to say thank you for being here as I start this YouTube channel. I'll kind of tell you a little bit about what to expect from this channel and a little bit about myself. And yeah, like I said, my name is Cassie. I am first saved by grace and Christian. And after that, I am a wife to my husband of almost 9 years. His name is Jalen, and we have four children. Our oldest is almost 7. And then our son is 5. And then we have two other girls after that, and they are 3 and just turned 1. That's kind of our family dynamic. And then my background is I went to school to be a nurse, so I have my bachelor's of science in nursing. And I worked for 6-ish years as a nurse at the bedside, working in a hospital setting, ranging from children's hospital, peds, PICU, NICU, and then kind of when we moved back home closer to our families, I started doing, we live in more of a rural area where you have to do a little bit of everything, usually in a hospital setting. But kind of tried to do as much as I could with labor, delivery, postpartum, just because my heart has just always been with moms and babies. So I did that for 6 years between different jobs, and then I think it was 3 years ago now, I actually opened up my own private practice as a lactation consultant. And so I do that very part-time. I work 2 afternoons a week. I have an office here in our little town. And then in addition to that, I'm primarily a stay-at-home mom to these 4 little kiddos. We each have chosen to homeschool them too. So we really, really enjoy that. The flexibility it gives our family, as well as just the bonding that we get and the time with our kids that we wouldn't get if they were in a traditional school setting. And to really focus on what's most important to our family while still doing schoolwork together. And just learning together as a family. It's been really fun. So our oldest did actually go to school for 3 and 4-year-old preschool. We loved the school district we were a part of, loved the teachers, principal. Like, we had a great experience, honestly, there. So it really wasn't that there was an issue that led to us pulling our children from school. It was kind of almost a last minute decision, not this year, but the year before that. And we just felt like this nudge from the Holy Spirit that was what was right for our family. And we really went into it with open arms, thinking, okay, I'm not sure if this is going to be something that we're continuing to do long term, but figured we'd give it a shot. And we really enjoyed it. We decided to go back for year 2. I'm still holding it really, I would say, loosely, open arms, like whatever you have for us, Lord. And while that is still absolutely the case, like if the Lord leads us to bring our children back to public school or to a private school or whatever it is, we don't want to hold so tightly to our own plans, but right now this really feels right for us. And unless something changes, the Lord changes our heart or anything, I do anticipate us homeschooling long term. So that is kind of my jobs, I guess, as lactation consultant, wife, mom, and teacher. Also, I didn't plan on any of this ever, and so really, I thought I would always work as a nurse. I do love, like I said, my heart is with moms and babies, and I have loved working in the hospital. The hours were really challenging for our family, I will say. So that was kind of the biggest tug, I would say, away from the hospital for us. But I never envisioned opening a private practice. That I will say it was definitely my husband's doing and encouraging me to do that. And I wouldn't have it any other way now that we have been doing this for the past almost 3 years now that I've had my private practice. Also never imagined being a stay-at-home mom, and I actually did try out being a stay-at-home mom for a period of time shortly after our first was born for like 6 months. We had just moved back to my husband's hometown, and it was not a great fit for us at the time. And, the Lord has you in different places at different times and different seasons. And while it maybe wasn't right and my heart wasn't in it at that point, God really changed my heart, I will say. And really, I felt so strongly called and pulled to be at home with my kids just a few short years later. Um, and then also never planned on homeschooling. I remember actually, it's so funny how just God just changes your heart so much. So I remember going to a wedding of one of my husband's classmates and sitting at a table with another one of his classmates who had children before we did. We didn't have kids yet, and she was telling me about her minivan and how she loved her minivan. I don't know about you, but I didn't grow up in a minivan family, so I was like, I will never drive a van. I will never drive a van. And then never say never, because we needed to upgrade when we found out we were pregnant with our second child. And we test drove them, and what really sold me was driving my in-laws like 20-year-old van up to their lake cabin, and I just loved it. So anyways, got me on the van train. But then another time I reached out to this girl and asked her some questions about she really seemed like she was someone who was being really intentional with parenting. And so that was kind of what drew me to ask her some questions, because I didn't have tons of friends who had children older than mine were yet. And I asked her this question and she answered me. It was super helpful. But then she also said, let me know if I can ever convince you to homeschool. I was like, absolutely not. I will not homeschool. That is so great for your family, but like, I just could never. And again, you never say never, because here I am. You're almost 2 is under my belt with homeschooling, and no plans as of now to change anything with that. So, yeah, that is a little bit about me, our family dynamic. So kind of what I want to share on this channel is what the Lord is teaching me. Kind of things that I am learning as I go. I will never claim to be an expert on anything, even as a lactation consultant, a mom. I'm not the expert, but I have some experience in some of these things. So I just feel like there's this gap in between the people who've gone like before and have some experience, like a real life experience too, not picture perfect, highlight Instagram reel, perfect life type experience. But then, and then between people who are like coming in the steps or a few steps behind you. So, I just kind of felt this tug, like this is something I'm interested in doing, is just sharing kind of what I'm learning, things that work for our family. And it's going to vary. There will be times where I'm sharing like recipes, times where I'm sharing what's working for me, like health fitness wise, what the Lord is teaching me in Bible studies and just in life through my kids, through my husband, my marriage. But it's going to be kind of a hodgepodge of everything. So I'm excited to take you along for this journey, and this will be kind of just a creative outlet for me. But I hope you will join along, and if you want to see what I'm learning and teaching, subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you there.